Hi, I'm Luigi. That is my outfit that I'm going to do. I'm not going to be in my special suit tomorrow. So here it is. So here we go. It's the store. They're getting it ready right now. They're doing a special display. I see a like, so I'll try to share. It's a little hard. They're doing some work, but I guess they kind of left. Looks like someone is on. So, oh hey, someone's watching. Hi. That's my stuff. Sorry. Alright, anyway. Hi, Akosa. How are you? So, that's right. We are the night before. Please share the stream large and wide. I know this is going to be tough. I might go to the Apple Store real quick to kind of do some edits. Kind of just, I'm at the end of the journey. I'm a little bit excited, happy, frustrated, confused, and angry. Mix of emotions for several reasons. I wish I could tell you more. I wish we did better on donations. I understand that I keep explaining that they're optional. But even though they're optional, it's not that it's not required to help me. And I'm just letting you know that helping is important. The problem is you can put so much effort only to get nothing back and feel ripped off. And unfortunately, that's life a lot of the time. So I hope people are commenting because I'm not seeing very many comments right now. So I see 2 people in stream. I see 2 likes. Does anyone have any questions for me? So live chat. Going to GameStop later to wait till 3, then 11 to get the console. Okay, great. So right now we are outside the Nintendo store. That's right, the Nintendo store. I'll probably do a small little bit with my 3DS. Hi. I think the hardest thing. Hi, who's Vaquito? I think the hardest thing about this whole thing has been, I just want to thank everyone that's been standing behind me, regardless of the bullying, regardless of what's happened 8 years ago. I understand I'm not at the New York store. I understand I picked the San Francisco store. I felt that I had to do a different decision because I had to be careful about the people I was around. Thank you. Unfortunately, there's still a group of people that still harp on me, even from 8 years ago. And I have to remind myself that at the end of the day, for me to keep living as an adult and enjoy the things I love without letting certain people dictate my life is what makes me a winner. And even if I'm not the richest man in the world, and if I have the biggest heart, that's what makes me a winner. I'm going to keep telling myself that, even if it doesn't feel like that, even if it feels like, I'm not going to hold back. It feels like I'm lying to myself. It feels like the goal that I was trying to get to didn't quite come to what I needed to. Felt like the fan base that I was trying to accrue, thank you for that. It felt like the fan base that I was trying to gain didn't quite hit the levels and strides that I wanted, but I'm still praying. I'm still praying. I'm still asking people to like and share the stream. I'm still asking people to be part of this stream. I know that I'm not the most popular person in the world, but I know that with your guys' help, I can make to something great, maybe better. I really don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm really tired of someone taking someone's passing and using it as a weapon against me. I'm not going to let that affect me anymore. No matter what anyone says, I live my life. I don't let someone else's life dictate mine. And that's how we have to live our lives. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I ask. I'm alright. I'm a little heartbroken. Did I tell you that I tried to share the news to NBC and CNBC and to be like, hey, here I am. And they basically ignored me. And all I ask is that we signal boost this. I don't care where you share it. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on Reddit. Go to all the 3DS forums. I'm telling you what to do because if you do this and this makes impact, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Okay? I know that I am not the most popular person in the world. It's not about being the most popular. It's about making the most impact. So I understand that people look at video games and like, video games mean nothing. So who is number one in line for the Switch 2 launch for the same? I am. So that's the fact. So I'm going to do everything in my power to secure that position for today. So I came out early. I'm waiting. I'm the first one waiting. I understand about the Warp Pipe Pass situation. I have my Warp Pipe Pass. So I'm doing my part. Alright, so I'm doing my little thing. Alright, so. Great. Hello everyone, Nick here. I'm outside the Nintendo store. I'm on stream right now as well. As you can see, I'm waiting for the Switch 2. I might be delayed on a video, but hey, I'll get it down soon. Don't worry. Nintendo 2DS XL seen, over and out. Okay. Nick, where are you going for tomorrow? I'm going to the store. Look, I understand people idolized someone from 6 years ago that went, and they were a bright light in a lot of people's lives. But just remember something. Just because someone was a bright light in your life does not give you the right to extinguish someone else's light. Do not take someone's light and make it someone's darkness. Never. So, that's all I have to say. So, I'm going to be sharing. Oh, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm tired. It's a mix. It's like I'm kind of happy and unhappy. So it's like it's hard to tell you what the real deal is. I am going to probably go to the Apple store real quick because I need to use their Wi-Fi on my computer. Yeah, unfortunately there's no Wi-Fi around here. So I will have to put on my jacket and sadly ungarb the Luigi. Ungarb Luigi. So give me a moment. I will come back to the store. You guys witness it. This camera is my witness. I'm here for you if you ever need me like that. I understand you wanted to donate more money and you have tight finances and I appreciate that. I know you gave a lot. Apple next to the best company. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on Nintendo right now. I have to be upfront. I'm disappointed with Doug Bowser. I really want to have the biggest faith in him, but I feel like he's out of touch. I feel like he's a businessman as a job versus a career. And I know what I'm saying might sound harsh to some people, but the problem is we live in a world where people are always walking on eggshells, where they don't want to address things. And, you know, especially after the pandemic, everyone had to put on smiles. No, that's not it. I don't think that's what it is. I think the real problem is we need to tell Doug how to really be a Nintendo of America president, not a businessman. First and foremost, he might be, what is he, CEO or Chief Operating Officer? Remind me, because I don't really pay attention to titles all the time. What's up, Zenith? So, we're going to go to the Apple store real quick. So, give me a moment.
I was like, of course there are a lot. They're cold.
I'm going to try to stream as long as I can. I had a bit of a major snag today. Unfortunately, someone who was supposed to pull through for me was upset, and while I value this person, and they were great, you know, I apologize to them, but unfortunately, you know, I upset them, and there was nothing I could do, and they couldn't pull through on their word. So I have to just accept it, and accept that there was a disagreement, and I still hope that I can be friends with the person that I upset. So I'm not happy with what happened. I really would have liked to have the extra battery packs. That would have been a big deal today. I would have needed to pick them up as immediately as possible, but unfortunately I only have one battery pack. So this is going to be majorly problematic. My phone battery currently is at 87%. I'll try everything I can to at least hit midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't guarantee everything. So I'm gonna try my hardest. If anybody wants to send me any food or drinks, you can send them to 331 Powell Street. I'm gonna just say it right now. We're at 11 viewers and 2 likes. Could we please up the likes? Could we please up the likes? Now we're down to 9, but let's get it up the likes. I know people have not hit the like button. The like button is free. I understand donations are optional. Yeah, I am. I'm autistic. So, at least from what I was told. But, when it comes to my family, I don't know what to believe in life anymore. Maybe my whole life's just a lie. It's just designed to just believe whatever was told, even if it wasn't true. So, I don't know how to live my life, honestly. Like, I try to make the best decisions. Thank you. 10 watches, 5 likes. Is it the same stupid-ass security guard? Really hope not. I just want to do my thing. There was a security guard that was really nasty today. And all I wanted to do, right? All I wanted to do was just share my streams. Share this. Share that. And it's like, I can't... The problem is, I can't do that. Yeah, I was at the original one. So, basically, I got to set a record. I got to be in a New York launch and a San Francisco launch. So... anybody that says that I couldn't do something, yeah, they didn't listen to me. So, there we go. I know some people will devalue me and trivialize the San Francisco store, but I still think that the San Francisco store is important. And someone has to stand up for the community. Even if the community doesn't have a voice or doesn't want to have a voice, which is the sadder part. It's almost as if the community doesn't even want to exist. And I tried my best, I have to say. I tried. But, unfortunately, life only gives you so much of an outcome despite effort. So, you have to learn a harsh lesson that no matter how hard you work, you have to always accept the outcome, even if you don't like it. That's the depressing part. It is a scary place. I'm not going to hold back. I'm hitting the like button. I just don't get why you're hyping up the New York versus the one you haven't been out there hitting. They're hyping up the New York because the New York one has the other guy who was in the IGN article. I'm not saying their name. They've, all I'm going to say is that certain people of certain groups don't really respect me as a person, and you have to just live your life even if people don't respect you. But how you spoke, well, now you know. Well, now you know.
It's kind of refreshing to see the Luigi just sit out like that.
Right. So switch 2 is a go. We have a way to handle the situation. Waiting at the San Francisco store for switch 2. Alright. There we go. I posted the stream in Reddit. Are you kidding me? Has to complain of Flare. Okay. Media. Okay, there you go, honey. There you go. I wish I could have a live stream that actually matters. Yeah, I already know these comments that I just don't get updates on this. I'm really tired of seeing certain updates. Let's see. Can everyone hear me right now? Why is the Switch 2 doing good, but the 3DS movie hardly did good? Switch 2 really hasn't gone very far right now, to be honest. I mean, I'll try to keep my phone on, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. There is some advantages I'm gonna have. Well, we're gonna try our best. I understand how the Warp Pipe Pass works, but and I still have mine, but we'll also let them know, like, hey, I understand that you have it this way, but just remember, I still was here first, and here's my evidence, and here it is, and here it is, and here it is, and it's like, you know, I just think that there's a fault that, like, hello. What's up, Alberto? How are you? I need to go to Twitter real fast. New notification. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was shared. Already at the San Francisco store. I hate having to promote it this way, but it's like, how else do you get the point across? I really just wish that it could be taken more seriously. We're at 7 likes. Could we get the likes up, folks? If there was anything I wish I could do more gaming. So the Warp Pipe Pass is their way to kind of cut down on jumping in the line, essentially. But yeah, it's kind of tricky. It's for several reasons. Oh, I know how to do this. 18 people watching, not bad. So we're gonna make sure that I share another Reddits. I know. Just remember. Which area? Which area am I from? Streaming. To launch night before at San Fran. No, I'm not originally from this area. I took a flight and I took a big risk with my my trajectory. I'm really hoping that even if I'm trying to aim for the moon, yeah, Nick Otter's cool too. I just want to be a part of history, you know? Like, your whole life you ask yourself, well, what's my point in life if I'm going to be gone anyway? And it's like, to make impact, to make your mark. You know, some people go through school and, look, school matters to a fault, right? You go to school, you do it, you're done with it, you move on to the next portion of life. But just because you're at the bottom of the base of the mountain doesn't mean being at the bottom isn't just as important as the top. Because your journey throughout matters. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It just means you have to be cognizant, even if you don't want to be there. So, anyway, some people don't understand that because they're too obsessed about perfectionism. And at the end of the day, it's like, look, what do you want to tell someone and what do you want the message to be? Right? I think we can all agree on that. Let's see something real quick. We're going to go to more Reddits. Okay, Nintendo. Okay. At the San. Oh, right, I'm gonna have to contain flare, right? Can I edit the post? Edit the post. I'll put it as news. And I'll even let them know in the 3DS group. Like, honestly, like... Create post. Link. Okay. Actually, I really just want to go back to... So when Switch 3 comes out, are you gonna do it again? You know, that's a fascinating thing. I mean, I have a nephew, so he could do it. Technically, he's my godson, but I doubt he'd want to do it. And now my sister is. She'd be like, Nick, you're not making my son do that. So, you know, there's that. Let's see. Oh, that stuff. Stream. Switch to launch night before outside the San. As much as I would wish, look, do I want Dimitri to support me? He already does, right? Where it says they should give you a... Okay. Streaming Switch 2 launch night before outside this San Francisco store. So here's the thing when it comes to Dimitri. He does everything that he can to support me. Just because he doesn't give me as much as you think he does, doesn't mean he doesn't care, right? So, at the end of the day, look, I'll give you a perfect example. There was someone I was friends with years ago that I wanted to be nicer to me. Unfortunately, you have to learn a harsh lesson that people aren't always reciprocal to the degree that you want them to be. So if they're not, you have to kind of accept it, even if it feels like garbage. San Francisco, Switch to launch night before. Unfortunately, that's just life. I agree. Can we get the likes up? We're at 20 people watching, so night before, or with Nintendo. Well, that'd be nice, but, you know, like, my nephew has to care about himself first before he goes for me. If anything, if I was probably, like, in the hospital, my nephew probably would run out for me. So, hopefully he just can call me when he needs to. He played a funny prank on me once. I was like, literally, like, walling. Oh, my God. I kind of figured it was a joke. Yeah, system. To Nintendo Switch to launch. Who needs to buy me a sandwich? I'll see what if I can post in the San Francisco group. We'll see if that works. Oh my God, they're gonna ban me so fast and San. Like, San Francisco is the worst Reddit group I think I've ever joined. Like, some of these Reddits are just cults. It's like, try posting something and they don't take the rules and they bash it in an oppressive way. It's like, what do you want me to do? What is acceptable here? You guys are like an elitist cult. I can't even do anything without being judged. Someone is streaming outside the San Francisco Nintendo store night before Switch 2 launch. I can't even believe this right now. You know, I recorded a police arrest on my 2DS, and no one saw it. I can't wait for them to take that down. Self-promotion. It's like, okay. And you're just kind of like standing there and you're just like, whatever. What's your definition of self-promotion? Sounds like a bunch of BS. Let's see here. God, I'm gonna be so tired in the morning. I'm gonna be so dead. You know what I ended up doing? I slept in the chair, but they don't even allow that. I'm just hoping my brother comes and saves me. Like, I'm really gonna need that. Like, a lot. Like, that's why he's here. I love self-promo. Yeah, you know, self-promo is good when it's done correctly. Lamar. I don't know if you can. Huh? I don't know what that was. Yep! Knew it! Your submission, what was it? Has been removed. Yep! Knew it! It's typical Reddit. Had been removed. Yep, I can already guess who removed it. Great. What do you mean? You know, it's really like bludgeoningly disappointing when someone doesn't understand the point of your post and they flag it for the dumbest of reasons, and you kind of just have to smile and be like, wonderful, and just like, I don't understand you and your logic is backwards. And just be like, you just kind of have to smile and you can't do anything. I mean, you could try reposting, but the likelihood of it working is like, you're just gonna basically get cut to the face. And you're just like, I'm really disappointed with you, Reddit. I am so disappointed. Be patient. Which post? Nintendo mod group. All posts must be, yeah. I can't even read it. I believe it is. That's how it should work. That's how the Warp Pipe Pass should work. Why would Nintendo sell a system saying accessories and Nintendo Switch 2 sold with this Warp Pipe Pass? That wouldn't make any sense. That'd be backwards. That wouldn't make any sense. So, anyway. Well, the New York store already exists. That's not the problem. Well, the problem with Reddit is it plays favoritism games. People have to like, it's basically like the mob is what it is. That's the problem. Is like, they don't care about people as humanity. They only care about people as a popularity contest. So if you try to be someone who's original, they slap you down and be like, screw you, we don't like you. And it's like, what the heck? Alright, I'm gonna get back. Oh, shoot. I should have posted something in the chat. Sorry, I forgot to post it real fast. What'd someone say? They never said it was guaranteed. It was an opportunity to buy. Okay. Well, I'm standing by it. Like, I don't understand why they'd make it confusing. I mean, honestly, like, they're always confusing anyway. So I'm just going with what I know. Look, I need to post my freaking Zelle and PayPal, because maybe, hope to God, someone will actually donate instead of lying to me about donations. So that's all I'm saying. I know my hopes are slim to none, but it's like, I have to try, you know? You have to just put yourself out there, even if the chance is 0. It's just the sad reality of life. You keep praying, even if you're told you lose anyway. It's just the suck crap of life. It's like, can God please give me a shot? Is anyone listening? That's just how it feels right now. No, you didn't. You never did. That's not the problem. You did great. I have no problem with you. Technically your name changed, right? Like, you're Who's Vaquita now? So, but it's like, you did great. You did everything that you were supposed to do. But now it's like, now that that you guys did great, more people didn't come. And now it's like, and now I'm stranded. And it's like, damn, now I'm screwed. And I have to ask myself, like, hi, Josiah, hi. Okay, I'll probably call you Classy Tux from time to time. Alright, so... Can we get the likes up? We have 14 people watching. I guess so, but I would recommend that I suggest coming a little bit earlier. Zelle/PayPal. I just wish my life meant something. And it's like, all I get told is, Nick, I care about your life, but you need to go to a McDonald's and start putting them fries in the bags for me to give you $150. And it's just like, what is wrong with people? And it's like, look, all I'm asking is to understand that streaming is a real job. And anybody that devalues someone who does it is ridiculous. Yes, I understand that being realistic is important. Yes, I understand that doing certain things is important. But at the end of the day, to devalue someone just because they do something that isn't recognized is bullying, is wrong, and it's mean and nasty. And I just don't think that's acceptable. Now, if you want to ignore the person, it's still hurtful, but at least you're not being directly nasty to their face. But at least just be nice. And I don't think that's a hard thing to do. Let's see if that gets people to donate. Okay, so I got the Zelle PayPal at. Okay. I wish it was Zelle or PayPal. I have a lot of bills on back order that I wish I could pay. That would really help. You know, it sucks. You try to be a genuine streamer, but only get told you're a loser. And I just wish someone would recognize me. And it just sucked like a sucker punch to the face to tell a staff member, be like, so does Nintendo matter? Oh, well, I think you should think that. And it's just like such a passive-aggressive, nasty answer. It's like, well, I can't tell you. And it's like, could you at least pretend to try and not be nasty? And you just kind of like sit there. It's like, so do you just look at everyone like a paycheck and that's how you live your life? Could you actually show some human decency? Well, it's like, what are you supposed to do? It's like, you don't know how to talk to people half the time because people just look at you like a paycheck or money. And it's like how Mr. Krabs runs a corporation. It's how I feel about Doug Bowser. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Look, do I think Doug Bowser is a terrible person? No. I just think he's out of touch. I think he's unworldly in his approach as a businessman because he doesn't approach it in the way that Reggie did. Reggie played the games. Look, I didn't like Reggie at first. I have a confession. I did not like Reggie at first. Okay? But after time, and I read his biography, I was like, you know what? I at least see someone with genuine heart who went through some tough experiences, knew how to take them to heart, and paved a path for him. Doug Bowser, I feel like people just gave him the path. He exceeded and he excelled, but only to the fault of the guidelines that was given to him. You can tell the difference of who cared. It's like, look, it's not to say that one person is better than the other, but it's like when one person excels and the other one is just barely clearing, it's like, we know who's the one who knows the winner. So, I'll be respectful if I see him. Opening day for the San Francisco store felt like a bit of a sucker punch in some ways. It felt monumental, but it just... the views I got felt like a sucker punch, right? The problem is that with YouTube, if you're trying to make... Again, and I'm gonna just like... If Mudar ever came, I was like, Mudar, if you're gonna say views don't matter, you're an idiot, right? The views are a metric. They're a very important one. And if you say they don't matter, then you're basically just lying to the person's face and telling them they shouldn't care about being a content creator. And look, we get why people say that. Why do people say views don't matter? It's because of the fact, it's Well, I can donate. What did you do? I didn't see any. Oh, $5. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I can go to my overdraft fee right now. Yeah, that's the sad thing is Chase Bank is in overdraft right now. Patient, you get too hard too fast. Oh. I'm up in Orlando Epic Universe opening with it. Yeah. You know, I would have liked to go to Orlando, but sometimes in life you can only afford to do one thing. And you have to accept that. So, I love how I posted about the San Francisco store only for the Nintendo moderation team on Reddit to take the post down. I was like, I see you, Nintendo moderation team. Yeah, screw you. It's like, yep, got it loud and clear. So, it's kind of sad that the San Francisco Nintendo community is non-existent. And look, I did everything I could. Okay? I stand by that. But just because I did everything I could doesn't mean the results came to what we wanted. But does that mean we failed? I don't want to look at it that way. Look, I know that I'm the only one out here right now. And that's just what it is. But even though that's what it is, it doesn't mean that we can't still wait.
Oh, dude, got a whole Luigi out.
Yeah. What did you say? I couldn't read it. If we had a What's up? Oh, you want me to... Yeah.
Oh, no, you good.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
If we had a
Well,
French...
this is only... My bad. Do you know how many of these there are in the world? Ain't there like very few of them?
Oh, the stores?
Yeah.
So there's one here, there's one in Japan, and there's one in New York. If you want to count another one, there's one in Universal Studios in LA, and then there's another, I believe, in Orlando.
Okay.
So, but again, it depends on what you mean. If you mean without the parks,
This
it's just
is like, so basically you would say this is a flagship.
a flagship store.
So there's
3 flagship stores. I don't think there's any in Europe or any other countries other than the one Asia and the one, and I mean continent Asia, and Northern America for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I told you. Yep, this is San Francisco has a flagship Nintendo store.
Awesome.
I told you. This is crazy.
It says, if we had a friendship status, what would you say it's an example?
Right.
Donut and Shonut, or
This is crazy. Yeah, you got it. This is you got an artist.
trying to. I wouldn't call you an arch nemesis. That's a bit harsh. I don't think that you're my enemy. You just seem like, you know. I mean, at worst, it's a casual acquaintance because I haven't met you. And at best, I would say an online fan. And I don't mind having an online fan. But I do expect my online fans to respect me, and I will respect them. And if I have to tell my boundaries, play the wall and door game. So, you know, it's like you're in someone's house. You don't respect the boundary, you hit the wall. You hit too many walls, you find a door. That's how that works. It's like, what more do you want me to say? I think my favorite was when I had to tell someone about dress code, about YouTube. And it was like so funny to me because it was like I said something along the lines about what you wear speaks volumes about what kind of attention you're trying to get. And look, I know I've been doing the type of videos with eating and such as Luigi with just the hat and no and all that stuff. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, you're trying to stimulate views, and I'm not going to judge someone who does that. Now, if your goal is to, say, play Just Dance and to do certain things in that then I might criticize you for that, because that's your goal. But, I'm not turning eyes on certain people. I'm just kidding. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. It'd probably be better to keep it that way. I'm so bad. Alright, we're at 75%. Yep, the San Francisco said, someone is streaming outside. Love the dedication. Great. I like you. Hi. I don't know, Are you the first in line? So far, the one and only. Just Dance. Yeah, I really wish that Ubisoft hired me for Just Dance. Hell, I would do their choreography for like so little money. And it's like at the end of the day, like if you're really trying to like save money on choreography, although they'd have to put me in too many outfits, so that'd probably be a bad idea. Actually no, I take that back. Because really like what they should do is team up with Nintendo and just do a Mario themed Just Dance. And just take literally like 40, 50 tracks from Nintendo. Heck, if Nintendo gave me license to use their tracks to then help Ubisoft, I literally could do it for them. You know a DDR Mario game I played? That one game I played? That game was desperately needing to have a beefier soundtrack. It was like, there were some good Mario hits in there, and then I was like, you really had to dig too deep in the public domain, Konami. Like, I mean, look, I thought when they did the Step by Step song, which was from Super Mario World, it was the athletic theme, it was like dun 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 dun, dun. It had like a New Jack Swing feel, and I was like, I like this. This is a great vibe. Or when they did the athletic theme for Super Mario Bros. 3, I was like dun 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 dun, and I was dancing along. I'll never forget being in high school and feeling kind of sad and miserable, and then I just play a game of DDR Mario, and it would just make me feel happy. But I felt a little disappointed because, well, the game was too easy. Like, after playing Ultra Mix on the Xbox for 1, 2, and 3, when I played DDR Mario, I mean, I'll say there's one good thing of DDR Mario Mix, is if you played other DDR games and you go to Mario Mix, it will basically show you how far you came along as a DDR player, because the songs are just going to be so insultingly easy. You'll just kind of laugh and be like, well, that was not too bad. That was easy. And, I hope so. I'm getting really tired. I start to ask myself if this was a good idea. I really hope so. I really hope so. I know that it's a struggle, because so they're basically doing stuff in the store. I'll show you right now. They're setting it up. So they're doing some setups, guys. They're clearly changing the setup. So I think that the store hours are going to change tomorrow. They're going to do different store hours. It's not going to be the same hours. It's not going to be the same hours. So just so you know, if anybody ever... So you know what the funny thing is? People like to complain that the San Francisco store doesn't mean anything. I'm showing Nintendo's fans that the San Francisco store does matter. And if anything, that's doing Nintendo free publicity. I just wish people understood and saw that. So... when someone says the San Francisco store doesn't matter, just remember something. I'm the one that showed people that people are working at night hard, paid so respectfully to do the job that people don't want to do, and we're giving them the respect by telling them, giving it, thank you so much for doing your job, guys. Thank you for being part of a wonderful company. And that's what you have to remember. So if anyone tries to devalue San Francisco, well, I got into San Francisco's back. Now, I will say, and this is to be honest about San Francisco, and I have to be very honest, San Francisco, you need to clean up your city. You have a big problem. I want to love you, San Francisco, but why won't you let me love you? A lot of reasons. You have a homeless problem. Your tenderloin is disgusting. I caught an arrest the other day, so that's pretty bad. Yeah, Luigi to the rescue. He's a hero. What else can I say? An unpaid hero, but, Nick, not being rude, but putting your camera like that can be considered stalking. Okay, understood. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I'm doing my public due diligence. That's all I want to be respected for. And I just want to be known as a Nintendo fan and a Nintendo content creator. And I've been on this platform for so many years, I haven't hit 100K. And I think anybody should hit 100K, it should be me. No matter what anyone says, and if someone says, well, you make it about you. Well, if you don't make anything about you, then what do you stand for? Nothing, right? Is that correct? Why would someone not make anything about them when they want to care about themselves? People will argue narcissism, but what they don't understand is there's nothing wrong to have needs. Everybody is, no, I understand. I'm just saying, everybody has needs. I'm not putting the camera in their face. I'm just showing them to be respectful that they do a great job. And I say that on camera because some people like that don't always get seen or heard. And they should be acknowledged and respected. And I stand by that 1,000%. So the people that are working really hard in the back, those people, they need to be respected. They need to be liked. Some people might want to just do a job and not get any appreciation and just kind of move on to the next thing. But we shouldn't live our lives that way. It's like, at that point, it's like, that's like saying, why bother walking on a path if you're just going to be at somewhere anyway? It's like, no, that's BS. So, Cheesy Poofs, I have a place to live in San Francisco, but thank you. I did manage to secure a location for the time being. So, believe it or not, I am here. So, Cheesy Poofs, I will have to remove your comment because it feels disrespectful. So, and don't try to play the gaslight game because I did do the walls and boundaries and doors. And we have to do that, I just don't appreciate that people don't understand where I come from. And I'm at a point where I really just don't want to care about drama anymore. And if I see something in chat, I'm just like, either respect me on stream or I don't know what else to tell you. And I'm just leave it as that. And if I have to make proper actions, I do that. So yeah, that's the truth. So we got 10 likes, 11 watchers. Where? Yeah, thank you, Cheesy Poof. Sometimes we have to do what we can to live. Just remember that. It's that guy who's been posting about 3DS StreetPass on this sub every now and then. Didn't know he had a channel. Someone in streaming outside of San Francisco tonight before the launch. Okay, thanks. Super exciting, yes indeed. Alright, so really happy for the store. Why am I pacing? Because I'm trying to stay awake. It's very hard right now. We all have to stay awake. We're waiting for the Switch 2 right now. That's why we're awake. So the Switch 2 is releasing tomorrow. So we're doing our part to be on stream. So please understand, we will be respectful. We will show you our boundaries. We'll use respectful communication. If you do not respect, we show you the boundary. If not, we show the door. They won't let him sit there strict. Yeah. So, and I'm standing. I'm standing every day. I do my part. Thank you. Alright, folks, we got 15 people watching. We need 5 more likes to hit 15 likes. I know that there are probably certain people that don't like me might be in the stream, and I ask you that you be respectful. And I'll keep doing that over and over again that I need to. Thank you. I think it really speaks testament and merit to my ability to stand here today, despite all of the trials and tribulations I've gone to. Because we all have to accept physical S2 items. I do not have that answer on me right now. Alright, Cheesy Poofs, you have been warned and your comment is going to be removed. If I have to make someone a mod right now to start removing your comments, that will be necessary. You've been warned. So, that's me being polite. So, yep. I'm just at a point where I'm like, look, guys, can we all just be respectful to people? Can we be respectful? Can we be nice? Whatever happened to humanity? Whatever happened to kindness? You're welcome to dislike and like people at your will, but you're not welcome to come into someone's platform and then be rude. That's a no. No, you're not. Please stop. No, you're not. Please stop. So there you go. See? It's my chat. It's my perspective. I can tell when someone's gaslighting. It's my perspective. So we're asked that you respect what I'm saying. There you go. Yeah, it's around the corner.
I'm good. Thank you.
Have a good night, sir. So they are doing warp pipe passes. We'll be consulting. I'm gonna go line up. That's nice. Good for you. We really don't want to see you in the chat right now, so I'm just gonna be doing this for you. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad you like that. Anyway, yeah. So let's get those likes up, folks. We're at 18 people watching, 10 likes. Well, don't worry, we have the warp pipe pass for a reason. But thank you, Rodney Perez. I'm just hoping I can really get here in time. Thank you. So we got 20 people watching, 10 likes. I'm on stream. A complete delivery was being rude. Exactly. Exactly. I'm a Luigi #1. Where's a Mario? Mario's sleeping. Mario's away. Mario. Mario. So, unfortunately, I have to do it. So, well, we'll find out. We're at 69% on my phone. Nice. Anyway, I had to make that joke. Don't worry, Nick. Thank you. I kind of figured that. You know, most of the trolls that say certain things, I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, they don't care. I will have to remove someone from Martyr Status. I'm going to let you know, I don't think Marcus was telling the truth today about actually coming to the store. So if he comes, then we'll see. But I'm really kind of upset how, I have to be honest, Tessa was ganged up on. And that's what I'm most upset at. And Tessa is one of the biggest contributors to the channel. And so people might try to argue aspects of power imbalance, but they don't understand how power works. Power is given when you give respect. And that's the thing about Tessa. Tessa gave the most respect out of anybody I've ever met in my entire life. I don't think I've gotten as close to as much as that. Actually, I take that back. Classy Tux is pretty close. So you're pretty close to Classy Tux. But you guys are like the top 2 of my channel. Exactly. So Tessa was upset because Marcus was asking personal information about someone's job. And at the end of the day, you do not have to provide that, right? So, like, for example, I used to work at the Las Vegas airport. Do I have to tell people I worked there? No. I already told, but let me make it clear. If you don't want to give out information, and someone gives out something that you don't want to give out, that can be considered as a dox. I say can because it's tentative. And it really depends on the information. Now, try telling this to a certain opponent that basically wanted to call being in a public competition a dox. And I was like, no, you posted that on Twitter. You wanted people to know where you were. You wanted people to know you were here. You wanted people. You posted this on social media. If you didn't want people to know, then you wouldn't post it. And that's the fact. Don't try to take someone's words and twist it to your advantage when at the end of the day, you did what was meant for the intent. Yes. Do you know in Descendants Wicked World, Freddy Facilier is there? I don't really watch the Descendants. I know I'm terrible. So I'm hoping tonight we can at least get a stream of 1,000 people. What do I mean, 1,000 watches? Maybe more. This is gonna be so tough. Thing that gets all these haters that want to about showing up because they don't like someone with. Okay. So I'm really asking myself the hard questions of what exactly is gonna happen tomorrow. So I have to really be calm. I have to really be diligent. I might have to take a nap in the middle of the day and then come back, work on some content, come back, have my brother kind of do the diplomatic stuff on the line for me. You might have to stay for an hour or half. I know it's going to be tough. I wish I had an umbrella. Dog person. Trying to make Lane voice the character call. Not showing up because they don't like someone. What do they think is saying? Oh, that's the sad part is people love anonymity on the internet because it gives them permission to do whatever they think is right, even if it's harassing and bullying. And the sad thing is, people like to play the lines of harassing and bullying for they're like, oh, that person's just soft and sensitive. No, they didn't ask for that. You went for them, and you basically went at them. So if you can't respect them, then you need to step off. And if you can't step off, then yeah, then you shouldn't be on streams. Car. Right. Did someone order me something? I wish. Maybe the staff ordered something. That's funny. Oh, you're just charging the scooters, huh? Okay. That makes sense. Does anyone want to order me food? Anyway. I ordered you a pizza. Really? No, I want to see that. Is it 7-Eleven pizza? I mean, I really tried. Like, I put a lot of effort. The problem is, my channel, I'm not a Chugga Conroy. I'm not a Markiplier. If this was any of those guys waiting, they would have legions of fans basically frothing at the mouth every day. But it's because it's me. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Reminds me of the Step Off song in the movie Camp Rock.
It's the Gaming Otter. Yo.
Hey, what's up?
Gaming Otter.
Hey.
Yo. How you doing?
Good.
So isn't the fucking Nintendo Switch 2?
Hey, what's up?
Isn't the Nintendo
Yes.
Switch 2 launching at midnight?
SF.
It's gonna be tomorrow at 9
There's
p.m.
a new Nintendo dropping tomorrow. Nintendo Switch
9
2.
p.m. Yeah.
Dude, you guys, San Francisco, this is insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna have so many people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Everybody moved back from New York.
Oh my God,
Everybody
New
moved back
York's
from
gonna
LA.
get jealous.
You guys wish you were in San Francisco
I know,
right now.
right?
This is the best city on earth.
Best city.
Yeah, literally.
If
And not
you
just because we have Nintendo.
We gotta
Not
clean it up
Coinbase
though.
is here,
Yeah.
you guys.
Co-
Crypto.
Coinbase coming. Get your Dodge
Oh my
coins.
gosh.
Holy moly.
Man. All right, yo, Gaming
All right,
Otter,
see
rock
ya.
and roll, Red Dead.
Yeah, man.
Well, share
Keep
on
representing.
Twitter.
Hit me up. Yeah, follow
share
me
it.
on Twitter, you guys. World Peace
World
Movement,
Peace
Gaming Otter.
Movement.
Woo!
Share the
Good
tweet.
night, everybody.
It's there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yo, keep this store safe, man.
We will. We will. Okay. Well, it was nice to see someone at least. You know, you ask yourself if the impact means anything, and you just have to keep moving. Yeah. That was so fleeting. embarrassed. You have to see me like this, guys. So, nah. So, I got some fantastic people commenting and being friendly. I did have a fair amount of trolls, but, I try to tell myself that the people that are positive outweigh the trolls. So it's going to be interesting to see how this launch is going to be. See, I'm smiling. I'm trying, so. Is that better? Some episodes of the show were uploaded. I figured that. I hear that, Kronos. What time do you stream? Well, we're streaming it now. It's like someone asked obvious questions, so I gave an obvious answer. So, I mean, if you're asking about, like, typically when do I stream? I mean, someone said, I'm hype. Oh, it's a Mario and Luigi. I love it. Tomorrow. Oh, so what I'll probably do is stream around 8 p.m. Like, I'll have my phone fully charged, and I'll have everything ready. And, I might take a bit of a break from the store. They're doing some stuff in the store, so we are documenting the changes. So, here you go, guys. They're putting 2 TVs up there. See that? 2 TVs. 2 TVs. Right, folks? You're doing a great job. Hey, I love your shirt. Yeah, I do that too. 2 TVs. We'll go to a different angle to kind of showcase a little bit. It's going to be hard from this one, but they know that I'm trying to respect them. They know that all I'm doing is just documenting the changes to the store, and we're allowed to do that. We're allowed to do that. I tell myself that every day. Look, they're doing great. Alright, so Cat, there you have the kind of curious to see what they're gonna do tomorrow. I'm nice to them. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're already at the hour mark. So oh, I want to see this. This guy is just blowing boogies on his live. Oh my god. People are so nasty. You would wish that people would be nicer on Reddit. Like, people are so nasty on Reddit. It's like, bro, what's your problem? You kind of just start laughing. At least when people were nasty in the GameCube Animal Crossing, it was funny. These people aren't even funny. It's like, that was just like, you look at that and you're like, yes, I'm sorry. I have an issue with my nose. Do you have a problem? Do you want to offer your tissue? No? Well, then, it's what it is. Thank you for your input. How do you want to change that? It's like when someone gives an insult and it's like, well, could you provide feedback? And then that's always fun to do. It's like, at least Rhythm Heaven provides feedback. I mean, not always nice feedback, but it provides feedback. So I might just stay home until like 9. Okay.
Bro.
I'm Luigi.
Luigi?
I'm a number 1.
Okay, let me try to.
So there's someone outside, so we'll show that they're walking up the store. There is a lot of stuff. I'm not sure about that. Well, I'll try my best to have my loogies off stream. So thank you whoever gave that comment on Reddit. But yeah, there's someone in the store. They're doing their job. They're great. You know, I thought Bill Trinan was on the first day of opening. Hi. So. Alright, Ulysses, that's kind of inappropriate, so I really don't want to see that. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to mean well, but I don't want to hear comments like that. It just reminds me of Obama during 2012, where he was trying to be real, and it's like, Obama, I think you should have just phrased it differently. Even good presidents say stupid things, it's just the fact. So, and then you say that, and you're just like, look, and I'll even point to the bad ones, I don't really care. Okay, well, thanks. Anyway. Switch to Eve. Yes, it is. So do we finally hit, yep, we hit midnight. Well, thank you, Ulysses. Thank you. Okay. I wish I could fall asleep right now. Now, I will stream as long as I can. No, I don't want to go to bed yet. We're not doing that just yet. I'm gonna just stay up until 1 in the morning, and then I'll move on, guys. Don't worry. I'm just staying up till 1. So I'm doing my job to defend the store a bit. So I'm not torturing myself. Who's Vaquito? I'm not torturing myself. This isn't about torture. This is about standing our ground. This is about standing tall. It's letting people know I care about Nintendo. I care about Nintendo. So remember that. I will be sleeping soon, don't worry. I wish that I was sometimes in New York, but I think that San Francisco needs representation. So, and I understand that San Francisco struggles because it's a flagship store that's not in New York. And New York is known as the city that is, essentially the city that is, well, if you make it there, you make it anywhere. So you know what? I'm from there, so let's make San Francisco happen too. So, alright folks. Yeah, I have my my pass, so everything's good. Thank you, Jampy Price. So we're at currently. Oh, did I get another PayPal? $1.02. Well, that's nice. You know, I just appreciate that you did something. That's what counts. I know it's not a lot, but hey, I'll take it for what it is. Good luck, everyone. I'm ahead. So we're at 12:04. So we're gonna try to wait till 1 in the morning. 1. It's like the security guard's like pissed at me. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I want to do my job here. He's like, what are you doing? It's like, sorry, we see you. Yeah, we see you, security guard. So I can always wait across the street. So that's what I'm probably gonna do. Let's wait across the street if the security guard's getting pissed. So we'll do them a favor. Hey, we'll still be across the street from the store. You're welcome, Nick. You're welcome. See, that's the fun store, is like, you know, they did that in New York, is like, in New York, they wait across the street and then they go across the street from the Starbucks. It's kind of sad because it's like, you look at the San Francisco group and San Francisco really has a non-existent Nintendo community. I did what I could to at least give the community a voice. It might have been only one person, but at least it was better than none. And I stand by that. So I'll see. Let's go across. Anyone asking about Magione? Is that? No. So we got the guy across the street. He knows we can see him. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Is he gonna walk across the street to you next? Really, dude? So there's the store. They're still working on it. So, what's everyone saying in chat right now? I kind of want to sit on one of these things. Guys. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's doing... I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say doing drugs. That's kind of bad. So we're going to just sit here for a bit. Look, all I know is that I'm watching over the store. I wanted to do a night stream. We got our night stream. He's still waiting there, isn't he? Oh my god. I think it's because the guy is doing like something crazy. Yeah. What's the other guy doing? Is he still there? I think he left. No, he left. There's like some, like, I hate saying it, but he was kind of weird. And it was like, yeah. Yeah, it is a very bizarre place, Mr. Bizarre Name. 60%. He think he deserves 100K for standing up. The delusional is unreal. Yeah, I really just wish I could, like, show you the nasty comments, because it just kind of shows how, like, that's really weird. I don't understand how people are so mean. Go to the green door and get him. Alright, Roger. Yeah, you just really find, like, people are just bizarre in the chats. It's like, can people be a decent human being? Be a decent human being. Let's get the likes up. We're at 21 people watching. We should get to 21 likes. Aero my 3DS. Oh, that's upsetting. No, I'm not freezing. I have a coat on. Warm tonight for all San Francisco, yes. Hi, Tessa. I just want you to know I had a chat in the group about what happened today. And I deeply apologize that I wasn't as aware as I should have been. And I'm sorry. and that we have to remind people that people's privacy is important, and if people choose to say no to a question, they're not being impolite or rude, they're just saying no. And no one has to tell their occupation, no one has to tell where they live. I don't have to tell what I'm doing or what's going on.